Today I played a series of races in Mario Kart 8 online against other people. The catch? If you've paid close attention, you may have noticed that my driving isn't the smoothest. That's because what I actually see is this. At specified intervals, the screen flips from upside down to right side up or vice versa. With each race I do, I lower this interval, starting at 15 seconds and ending at 0.5 seconds. My goal is to place as high as possible in these online lobbies while the screen is flipping. So, how did I do? I'll be honest, I've raced Mario Kart upside down before and didn't really expect this challenge to be as difficult as it turned out to be. I would generally be driving around pretty well, not making too many major mistakes, and then out of nowhere I would just lose everything. I mostly contributed this to not being able to adjust to the switching, but there were two other problems. When the screen was right side up, I was overly anticipating the swap, and when it did change, I would sometimes just completely lose my bearings due to the flip. This meant that my best driving, weirdly enough, was often when the screen was, in fact, upside down, which ended up leading to a situation where a few drastic mistakes would lead to a really bad finish. And boy, did these happen. The only question left was, could I overcome these mistakes? Everything wasn't all doom and gloom during these races either. There was a lot of fun to be had, especially when trying to deal with other players and environmental hazards. During this challenge, I didn't set my sights on getting first place, but instead just placing in the top half of the competition. In most of the races, my overall placement wouldn't be based on how bad my mistakes were, but when they occurred during the race. And in a few of them, this turned out quite well for me. Overall, this racing challenge was really fun, and usually this is where I would end this, but I figure you'd like to see a few of these races and how bad they were from beginning to end. But I'll warn you now, if you're sensitive to quick changes on the screen or flashing lights, it would probably be a good time to leave, and I'll give you a second while I wrap this up. But for the rest of us, here are two races from two ends of the spectrum, an 11-second interval and the 0.5 second interval I mentioned earlier, without commentary since I somehow forgot to record that live. If you liked this, then please subscribe and consider following me on Twitch, where I do some of my challenge runs and playthroughs live. Have a nice day.